Shabbat, you're pregnant. Do you know how many months?
I think around 8.
We're just going to take a look at the baby. Do you have a husband?
He is killed by the Taliban. That's why I was leaving my village. They will kill us all.
Season 3 of The Night Shift premieres tonight on NBC. The explosive medical drama follows a group of doctors from the Army who work the night shift at a San Antonio hospital. And this year, Flashdance star Jennifer Beals joins the cast as a doctor nearing the end of her tour in Afghanistan. She just stopped by the PeopleNow studios to give us a sneak peek of tonight's premiere. It's our Toyota People Pick of the Day. Watch.
I'm so proud of you.
Major, we have casualties.
Okay, I gotta go. 24.
7.
I love you.
I love you too.
Marquez, let's go. It was a subject that was always really interesting to me, to play a female soldier, and especially to tell that coming home story was something that I was always really interested in, and had developed a project to that end at HBO, which didn't end up going. So when Gabe Sachs and Jeff Judah approached me to play this character, which was so similar to the character that I had developed, I was really, really interested in telling that story, because I think it's really hard for female veterans often when they come back, because they don't often even think of themselves as veterans, and they're not really treated as if they are veterans. And you know, so often at different VA hospitals, there's not even a gynecologist on staff, so
Wow.
it's kind of tricky.
It's
You're
shocking,
not really
actually.
honored.
It's surprising,
So,
yeah.
it is. And this character was so wonderful because she has such a sense of duty to her country, but she has a young child at home. Her husband has divorced her while she's overseas, and so she's really torn inside.
In the episode, you're faced with this difficult decision, following orders or helping out a young Afghan girl who's pregnant.
Yes.
As a mom, I guess it's got to be something to consider, being in that position, right? And
Yes.
and to do something like that. Has it been interesting for you to sort of delve into, explore, and understand more about what women are going through in other countries?
Absolutely. And what you realize is that, you know, women are unified in their concerns, in terms of you're concerned about your kids. Like your number one thing is you want your children to be happy. And what will you do in order to have your children be happy and educated and healthy? And we're all unified in that way. And so to be playing a medic and a mother in that situation, you know, I'm thinking of my own daughter and what would I do, and you know, and of course, Drew is always the moral compass and is trying to point me in one direction.
Okay.
We just have to see whether I follow that or not.
We will find out. Your character also looking forward to ending her tour of duty in 9 days to be reunited with her daughter, who's about to turn 13. In real life, you have a 10-year-old daughter.
Yes.
Did you think of her while you're filming the episode? How much does that kind of play in?
You know, I mean, it was certainly being a mom informs everything about my day, basically. But I am able to really focus on the girl who plays my daughter, and I had pictures of her sent to me so that I could put them on my desk.
Oh, wow.
And really think about her, and we had a really great time together. She's a lovely actress, and I really focus on her and try to make it specific to her.
Guys, it's been 7 years since the groundbreaking Showtime series The L Word left the airwaves. So when star Jennifer Beals stopped by the PeopleNow studios, I had to get her take on the possibility of an L Word reunion. Plus, she weighed in on how the show would be different if it was still on today. Watch.
I've always found you wildly, exquisitely attractive.
So what would it take for the L Word reunion to happen?
Well, I think Eileen Chaikin's a little busy on
There's some things going
Empire.
on.
She's got a couple things going on.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think it would be Eileen, you know, putting it together. Because I think we would all be willing.
You're on board.
Yeah, I would be on board. Yeah.
Right.
After Taken on the off season, that would be fun.
Any ideas of where we would go with the story? Where would you, if you clean slate, what's your dream of it? The L Word reunion and action.
I think you'd have to develop a younger generation, because our notion of sexuality is very different now. I think the younger generation is much more fluid, if I can use that word.
I think that's the right word.
And there's not as much stigma. I think people are more accepting, though as we can see by so many issues in the news, we have a very, very long way to go. So maybe to deal with the millennials and see.
Things are definitely changing rapidly, no doubt about it. Stars are continuing to open up about the loss of music legend Prince in the wake of the news of his official cause of death. Now, Jennifer Beals, just stopped by the PeopleNow studios, revealed why one of her biggest regrets involved the Purple Rain singer. Watch this.
One of the biggest mistakes of my life when Prince asked me to dance, and I said no because I had jet lag. That wasn't very clever.
What was the circumstance of that? What was the situation?
It was a pre or post Oscar party many years ago. Well, when Purple Rain was coming out, and I had just flown in from Europe, which sounds super snazzy, and it probably was kind of snazzy at the time. And I was at this party, and he was there, and he asked me to dance, and one of his songs was playing, and I said, oh, if we dance to this song, that would be great, because I'm leaving. And he said, well, I promised this dance to Apollonia. And I was like,
didn't happen.
I mean,
that close.
That close. So
wow, and now,
silly.
of course, we look at that.
That's when you have a cup of coffee.
Yes.
You have a cup of coffee, and you stay and you dance with Prince because he's a genius.
Drum up the extra energy for that. And so now, of course, we look back at that now, and it's like, man, what an incredible. Even that you have had that moment of interaction is something that I think a lot of people would love to have had.
Yeah, he was really remarkable.
All right. So what was, in light of that, what was your first reaction when you heard of his passing?
Oh, I was really sad, but also grateful for all the work that he had left.
Yeah, and it seems that we're maybe even going to get more of it as time rolls on.
I'm sure the archives are extensive.
Yeah.